Danny Ching, and I'm here with the KayakPro Outrigger edition. And today we're going to go over some basic technique for the Kayak Erg and how it translates over to the actual outriggers. So I have a volunteer here, and he's just going to go ahead and paddle. And one of the biggest things I like to use this tool for is coaching. It's very easy to grab people and move them and adjust all the body parts as a coach, and it's also easy to focus on certain parts of the muscles in the body that we don't normally get a chance to when we're in the water. So basic outrigger technique, what we like to do is we try and incorporate most of our body rather than just our arms. So as you can see, we have two straight arms, and we get our paddle angled forward by turning our body. Right there, thumbs up. So for the most part, we try and get a straight top arm and a straight bottom arm. Now a lot of times this creates a problem where the arm comes across your body and it feels very uncomfortable on your top shoulder. To compensate for this, you can push your arm forward and you can actually lean your body out just a little bit. Now the KayakPro Outrigger Erg allows me to grab his hands and reposition them, and now he can go ahead. This is where we want to catch, take a few strokes. He can start to get the position and he can feel exactly what it is I'm trying to explain. And as a coach, that's invaluable when you're not on the water. Now as you can see, top hand over the bottom, the paddle comes straight back along the side of the erg. This is really important for the outrigger. This allows us to have maximum pressure and leverage throughout the entire stroke. If at any point your top hand drifts into the middle of the boat, go ahead, you're actually losing leverage out to the side. And on the erg, it actually makes it difficult and kind of wobbly. So top hand directly over the bottom. And this is one of the big things I look for, especially when we're trying to accelerate and pick up speed. It's really big for trying harder and actually going faster. Now, as I said before, we're trying to include the entire body, and that's from fingertips all the way to toes. One of the biggest things I tell people is if we're trying to accelerate the body and we need more power, we need to get in a powerful position. Powerful position in most sports, or ready position, is basically just like you're getting ready to catch a ball or volleyball. You actually get your hips back, load up your hamstrings, and if you can do this in an outrigger, and with this erg you have this nice foot brace, this is going to put you in the most powerful position to generate speed and torque throughout the stroke. So go ahead, sit up. And with this tool, I can have them sit up, flatten your lower back, turn your hips just a little bit. What I want you to do is drive from the leg, and I want you to finish from the leg. So as he swings forward, it's important that he works hard to get his hips forward so they actually get included in the stroke. Now, from his fingertips, through his lats, through his hips, and all the way down to his foot, he's generating power, and you can see he's actually accelerating forward, and it's getting rid of a lot of this up and down motion, which in a canoe is going to bounce the boat and slow it down. So one very important part of paddling is everybody tries harder, but we don't always necessarily go faster. One of the key points to generating a little more power and actually getting it into your canoe or into your boat is keeping your top hand over the bottom. Now, we don't really think about it during the stroke, so what I like to say is when you catch or you set the blade, your top hand needs to be directly over your bottom, and when you finish, it still needs to be there. Occasionally, our top hand will drift in, and we lose all our power. Unfortunately, it feels really nice because you're letting go and the paddle gets really light, but the reason that's happening is because you're no longer holding on to the tension in the water, you're losing that. So you're not getting that surge and that glide in between strokes. So remember, top hand over the bottom, and when you're thinking about it, it's on the catch and it's on the exit. So once you get your arms nice and straight and you start swinging your A-frame, there's a lot of coaches that say rotate or twist. They're all telling you the same thing. They're trying to find a way to generate a little more reach and a little more power. You can see he's rotating. One of the major issues we run into paddling is when we reach, we tend to reach too far and we start going up and down. This bounces the boat and dissipates some of the energy. The other thing is when you reach this far and you bounce, all of your weight is not landing on the paddle anymore. It's landing on your feet. So what we want to do is sit up and try and get all of our body motions to go forward and back. And now we have a top hand over our bottom. We have our nice powerful A-frame, everything's connected. We're sitting up, nice flat back. We're in a powerful position. And now once that paddle bites, or once the tension on the rope holds on, everything's moving forward and back. We're generating linear speed. Keep going, and I don't want you to whack down on the catch. I want you to step forward. There you go. One of the harder things to do on the KayakPro Erg is to switch sides. It's one of the few limitations of being on land. However, with this simple trick, it'll help you switch sides with ease. All you have to do is at the finish of your stroke, let go of your top hand, bring your bottom hand across. It pulls the tiller or the swivel across. Grab right underneath your bottom hand, and now you can slide your hand directly up, and it goes right to the T-top. I also like to do this in the outrigger because as I switch sides, I'm actually protecting my face in case I miss. This allows me to hold on to the paddle at all times. So the big thing is you let go of your top hand at the finish of the stroke, and you have to bring your bottom hand across your body. Once that happens, you can grab on underneath, slide your hand right up, and it makes changing sides really easy. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope these tips help you out with your outrigger paddling, and I hope they help you out on your new KayakPro Outrigger Erg.